so I kind of liked Eternals. What can I say? A lot of people online are being a little hard on it, and in some respects, it's warranted. But I also happen to kind of be a bit of a sucker when it comes to stories that play with mythology and have fun with the idea of like where the origin of life is and all that, so I might be a mark for this movie, what can I say? But as much of a mark for it as I am, I'm not enough of a mark for it to deny the one rather simple but kind of pervasive problem that the movie has. Look, there's a lot that I'm willing to forgive in a movie. I'll look over exposition that's coming out the wazoo. I'll overlook awkward edits where the lighting and the backgrounds kind of change, hint, hint, wink, wink. But in order for me to forgive those things, I kind of need to like the characters. And, well, we'll get into it. So what is this movie? Who are the Eternals? Well, I am not exactly an expert, as this is definitely one of, if not the most out there things that Marvel has in its stable, but it basically boils down to your traditional superhero affair, except with magical space gods, Celestials, creating magical space angels, Eternals, to fight magical space monsters, the Deviants. And the movie Eternals is the story of these magical space angels living on Earth in a post-Thanos Marvel universe. So, if all of that isn't enough to make you skip this film, here's the rest of the review. First, despite a lot of naysaying being thrown its way, Eternals has a lot going in its favor. It is gorgeously shot. The music is pretty great. The action scenes are a lot of fun and super creative, effectively using the wide range of powers the 10 Eternals have. Yeah, you heard that right, 10. And I also rather enjoyed all of the lore, the ways the narrative painted the origins of life for this universe. There's some pretty cool stuff going on in this film in regards to the relationships between, gods and mortals, all done through the lens of a superhero story. Also, if anyone wants to take me up on a bet, $1,000 says that this is going to end up being Zack Snyder's favorite Marvel movie, if it's not already. Just give it time. It's gonna happen. Like I said, there really are a lot of really good things in this movie, but in my estimation, at the end of the day, it's only like a C. You might be able to convince me it's a B-, but then again, I hate giving scores or grades for movies, so... As I hinted at in the beginning of the video, it's a very simple thing that is really holding this movie back. And it's the two lead characters, who are kinda boring. Now, 8 out of the 10 Eternals are great, and I wanted to spend time with them, especially Gilgamesh and Thena, played by Don Lee and Angelina Jolie. Their dynamic and friendship was palpable, and the two actors clearly had chemistry. Watching them share the screen was delightful, made all the better by the nurturing and supportive relationship the two characters had. But sadly, their screen time is rather limited, as the story is much more focused on Cersei and Icarus, played by Gemma Chan and Robb Stark. And they're both just kind of flat. The characters, I mean. I like the actors a lot and have liked them a lot in other things. And I thought that they did a lot with what they had to work with. But sadly, the entire movie is built around them and their relationship that only exists because these two characters happen to find each other hot. You might think I'm exaggerating that, but I'm really not. It's an oddly shallow pairing considering the strength of the characters that surround them on every front. I will say though that Cersei started rather strong. Her scenes with Jon Snow were pretty cute, but as the movie went on and she became surrounded by more and more characters that all had better stories than her going on, the issue just got harder and harder to ignore. At the end of the day, Eternals is fine. I've seen it twice, and I enjoyed it both times. And the second time, I only went to watch a chunk of it again, and I ended up watching the whole thing because I was having fun. That's how good it is. It might not be among the stronger Marvel entries, but when your franchise spans the quality gauntlet of Iron Fist to Infinity War, yeah, not everything is gonna be Jessica Jones, Loki, or Ragnarok, guys. It's gonna happen. But hey, that's just this nerd's 2 cents on this movie, so what about all of you? Who has seen Eternals? And if you haven't seen Eternals, are you planning on seeing Eternals? Or are you planning on skipping Eternals? Whatever you got, give me a shout, let's talk about it, and if anyone out there has seen Nomadland, please tell me what you thought about that down in the comments too, because I really liked that movie. I think the director of that and Eternals, Chloe Zhao, has a really bright future in Hollywood, and I cannot wait to see where it's going. But you know what, I think I've said enough here tonight, so I'm gonna go. Bye!